My dear students, we are discussing about different steps of interview preparation. As you know that job description has a pivotal role in the interview preparation. After writing a job description, ask yourself a series of questions to confirm its contents, because the contents of the job descriptions are very important, and it is very important to ask some of the questions from yourself, whether these contents are quite suitable for this particular type of interview or these contents are not that much suitable. So what are those questions? First question, what is the purpose of the job? Why we are organizing this job, why we are organizing this interview, and what kind of questions we need to ask about the purpose of the job. Second, will the job holder supervise the work of others? Whether the job holder is a supervisee or he is a supervisor of others' job holders as well. So this question needs to be answered in yes or no. Then, what duties will the job holder perform regularly, periodically, and infrequently? Because one job holder needs to perform different kind of duties. There are some duties which need to be performed on a daily basis, on hourly basis. So such kind of duties would be called as a regular duties. There are some duties which can be performed periodically, means intermittently, sometime in a month, sometime in a week. And there are some duties which are infrequently, maybe quarterly, once in a quarter, or twice in a year, or once in a year, etc. So you have to answer this question as well. Then what degree of supervision will be exercised over the job holder? Means job holder is a supervisee, and what is the degree of the supervision will be exercised to the job holder as well. This is also very much important question which need to be answered. And then we have to answer the question, to what extent will instruction be necessary when assigning work to the job holder? Means whenever you are going to assign duties to the job holder, what kind of instruction you would give, and what would be the extent of the instruction you would be given to the job holder. Then we also have to talk about very important concepts of working conditions. What are the working conditions? Means the job holder has to work inside the office, he has to work outside of the office, he is a salesperson. If he is a salesperson, whether he is doing a field work job or he is doing the telephoning, selling, so different kind of working conditions need to be described. And then what skills are necessary for successful performance of essential functions of job? Because no job can be performed without necessary knowledge, skills, and abilities. So it is very much important to answer the question that what kind of a skill sets are necessary to perform this particular job. So skill sets need to be written in the sequence. The skills which would be used in more extent would be mentioned on the start, and then we have to mention rest of the skills in the sequential order. And then it is very much important to answer a question, at what stage will the manager in charge review the job holder's work? So reviewing of the work is very much important in any job. You have to tell the job holder that after how many hours, after how many weeks, after how many days, after how many hours his work would be reviewed. So for example, if you are assistant professor in the university, it need to be mentioned that after how many months your work would be reviewed. We can see that how many papers you have written in an impact factor journal. You can talk about how many books, chapters you have written, how many classes you have taught in this particular semester. So these kind of things need to be mentioned, that what stage in charge review the job holder's work. And then it is very much important to talk about what equipment will the job holder be responsible for operating. For example, if you are a cameraman in the Virtual University of Pakistan, then you need to mention that what kind of equipment, including camera and rest of the equipment, you need to handle on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis. So these all things need to be mentioned in the job description. The exact condition of job description will be dictated by the specific environment and needs of an organization. So who would dictate the different contents of the job description? Two things would dictate the contents of the job description. One is a specific environment in which person is working, and second is the needs of an organization. Even for one particular designation, the specific environment in which that designation would be put matter. In one organization, assistant professor need to do different kind of job. But maybe in another organization, the specific environment may differ, and the assistant professor need to do some other kind of jobs as well, in addition to the teaching and research. And second thing, which is very much important to define the contents of the job description, is the need of an organization. The content can be differed based on the needs of an organization. So we have to keep these two concepts in mind: specific environment and needs of an organization. The basic categories of job information required for most positions are listed here. You can see these basic categories. One is a date. Second is a job analyst who is analyzing the job, and then job description would come out. Then job title. Then department in which the person is working. Then reporting relationship is very important, that what is the reporting relationship of that job with other jobs and with other departments as well. Then the location of the job is important, that where that job is located. Exemption status, that situation is very much relevant to the diversity and equal employment opportunities conditions. Then salary grade and the range of the salary need to be mentioned. Then work schedule, that from which time to which time that job would be held. For example, it is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or it is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So such kind of job work schedule need to be mentioned, and then the job summary at the end. So these are the different things which must need to be mentioned while developing the job description.